At first light, a leather sling is cold in Lila's hand. Her small band tests the damp earth for the promise of a seed. This single, deliberate act, pressing a grain of barley into the mud, is where our story begins. From such humble choices, the great currents of history are born. Migrations follow the climate. Chance experiments blossom into cultivated fields. The threads of food, people, and ideas begin to weave a new human story. Why does one community thrive while another falters? Time and again, the answer lies in access to the power of muscle, wind, and water. It lies in new ways to share knowledge. A single innovation, a shift in resources, or a wave of disease can redraw the map of power overnight. What if that one handful of barley could rewire the world? The sound of a storage jar thumping shut is the sound of a new era. It means surplus. And with surplus comes the calendar, the wall, and the ledger. But it also brings a new question. Who owns what's in the jar? Villages swell into towns, creating new hosts for both power and pathogens. As life becomes more complex, so do the questions. Thinkers like Confucius, the Buddha, and the Greek philosophers step forward to ask, what is a virtuous life? How do we face suffering? Who has the right to rule? Their answers travel across continents, shaping laws, rituals, and empires. Faiths like Christianity, Islam, and Buddhism build vast communities of strangers, bound by story and ritual. These pilgrim roads and trade routes become the world's first global arteries, carrying not just silk and saffron, but belief itself. But what happens when connection outruns immunity? Goods and germs travel together. A pestilence arrives on a ship, and the world is forever changed. The Black Death sweeps through Eurasia, leaving silence in its wake. From the ashes of the old feudal order, new ways of life, new art, and new doubts begin to grow. Ships push farther, and soon oceanic crossings fuse the globe. The Columbian Exchange reshuffles the world's biology, swapping potatoes and horses for silver and smallpox. Fortunes are made, and millions are enslaved. Entire continents are transformed. A revolution of the mind follows as the lens and the experiment challenge old certainties. The Enlightenment champions reason, rights, and the consent of the governed. Soon, these new ideas combine with a new power, the engine. Coal-fired machines spin cotton, railways bind continents, and the very scale of human civilization leaps forward, accumulating carbon in the air. But this new power fuels new conflicts. 2 world wars shatter empires and redraw the map. A wave of decolonization redefines what it means to be a nation and a citizen. Today, fiber optic cables bind us in a single, crowded conversation. The ancient questions of the sages now confront genome editing and artificial intelligence. Supply shocks in a distant harbor change what's on our dinner plates. These arcs of history matter because they are not over. They continue to shape our power, our prosperity, and our sense of belonging. Think of Lila's sealed jar. Its story is still being written. Next, we trace how power, stories, and everyday choices continue to shape our world.